Some games require no form of introduction at all, and I kind of feel that World of Warcraft is right at the top of that list. This is a game that has stood the test of ages and is pretty much a household name. It's mocked, it's referenced, it's parodied, it's pop culture at this point, let's be completely honest, but it's a game that I thoroughly enjoy and one that I really want to share with you all because, oh boy, this game has such a history with me. I used to play this an awful lot when I was at university and college. I was raiding, I was in a raid guild at the time that was getting server firsts through Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, and into early Pandaria when I quit the game because of real life goings on. Now, 12 years since I quit, I've jumped back into World of Warcraft, and I want to talk with you all today about whether or not I think it's worth playing this game in 2023 with the brand new Dragonflight expansion out now as well. This was the expansion that I thought, you know what, this one looks cool, let me jump back in, give it a try, download it. By the way, the download on Zimbabwean internet took me 3 freaking days to do, but we got there in the end. Now, ultimately, I'd been worried about World of Warcraft being a totally online game, with Zimbabwean internet being the way it was, but I've had no problems at all, and believe me, I have really been pushing the limits on that one. So, what is World of Warcraft then for the uninitiated? World of Warcraft is an MMORPG, massively multiplayer online role-playing game, and when I say it's an MMORPG, I kinda mean it's the MMORPG. It's the one most people think of when you say those words, or letters if you've shortened it. Essentially, you are going to create a character, step into the mythical world of Azeroth, and go on massive adventures. Now, a lot of it can be played solo, but there are a lot of opportunities to group up with people, whether that's running through dungeons and raids and all these big experiences where a team of 5, 10, or 25 players team up in order to achieve massive goals together, or whether you're going to be going into battlegrounds, whether those are the actual full-scale battlefields, or they are things like the 3v3 arenas, player versus player combat, very much a thing in World of Warcraft. Of course, if you don't want to be going out there and getting social, there is still an absolute ton to be doing solo as well. Because of how the game works, it's actually really easy to run through old content, and if you missed something like I did, it's dead easy to go back and experience all of it. Now, if we jump onto my character screen here, ultimately, the way the game now works is that a character is created at level 1, usually, sometimes at level 10 or 8, and then you level them up by progressing through quest lines and dungeons and various different encounters. You gain experience, you level up, and eventually you hit level 60. That is the end game of the base version of World of Warcraft if you were to just pick it up, free download, and subscribe. If you do want to go into Dragonflight, however, that is an additional cost expansion. It increases the level cap to 70 and adds a whole load of new stuff, but we'll come to that bit later. I want to talk about the basics first today. Now, considering that level 70 is the cap, have a look at the character creation screen here. My original Blood Elf Warlock from back in Burning Crusade is my main again. Here we have Celes Soulbinder because I was big on RP. Level 70 Warlock, I have my level 60 Paladin, a level 60 Hunter, level 60 Demon Hunter, level 66 Hunter, yes, I have 2, I actually have 3, a level 60 Druid, 27 Shaman, 62 Rogue, 60 Mage, 31 Warrior, 27 Priest, 61, I think, Evoker, which is the new class added in Dragonflight, 60 Hunter, there's my third one, 53 Shaman, 10 Paladin, 25 Warlock, 1 Rogue just as a name holder, and a Warlock there again just as a name holder. Ultimately, that should give you an idea of how absolutely addicted to this game I am, and I've been going through and unlocking all of the different achievements. I am big on raiding. I like to get to the end game and go through all the big dungeons with a group of people, but equally I've just been having fun, going through 12 years of missed content, taking my Paladin through the Shadowlands expansion, taking my Demon Hunter here through all of the Legion expansion, an entire expansion that I completely missed there. This new Warrior down here is currently running through the Warlords of Draenor expansion, and this is super easy to do, and I'm going to kind of show you how, because that's what I want to talk about today, and I'm going to do it here on this new Paladin that I created today. Now, in addition to all of your basic starting races and class combos, as you go through the game, you will eventually unlock these different allied races, and that's what this particular type of Draenei is. This is a light-forged Draenei, and I've been working really hard to go through and make sure that I'm unlocking all of these allied races. And if you guys enjoy World of Warcraft content, or heck, even if you don't, I think this is what I'm going to push in certain places, I want to do videos showcasing how to unlock all of those different allied races, because it is just so cool. There is so much going on just with that. All these different new race and class combos that didn't exist before, new storyline experiences, and so on. But what if you've never played World of Warcraft before? Well, that's why I'm running through Stormwind, to show you something. Why I say this is probably the best time to get into this game. Because if you've never played before, getting from level 1 to 60, which sounds like a daunting task, is actually really straightforward and simple. Beyond that, it's a lot of fun. You see, nowadays, when I used to play, you had the original classic WoW experience, leveled 1 through 60, then Burning Crusade was 58 to 70, then the Wrath of the Lich King expansion was 68 to 80, then Cataclysm came along and increased the level cap to 85, and so you had those 5 levels there. Pandaria added another 5, and so on. The top level got so far away, it was really hard. Creating a new character meant you had to go through 3 or 4 expansions worth of content to hit endgame. Well, they changed that a long time ago. We now have this thing here called Chromie's Cool, where you can go in or Chromie Time, and you can go in and actually pick what storylines you'd like. So we're going to hit onward to adventure here, and I'm just going to run through, because once you've created a character, you have a level 1 to 10 experience, and even that is now super fast and super streamlined thanks to the Dragonflight expansion. You don't need to have bought it to get that experience. Exile's Reach, every new character goes level 1 to 10 in an area called Exile's Reach, and it really helps teach you the ropes. Now here, if I were to have a look at Chromie Time here, this boggled my mind when I first saw it. There is every single expansion. So having hit level 10, where do you go next? The sky is literally the limit. You decide where you want to go. If I open the map and showcase this blew my mind. When I had a look through, like for me, I was a Blood Elf, so I started in Eversong Woods. You can see it says level 1 to 30. Then Ghostlands is level 1 to 30. But then Eastern Plaguelands, which was like level 60 at the time, level 50 to 60 when I last left the game, says 15 to 30, right? What about Northrend? Well, when you started Wrath of the Lich King, you went to either Borean Tundra or Howling Fjord, and those were level 68 to 80. You needed level 68 to get there, basically. And here you can see level 10 to 30. What the hell's going on? Even Icecrown Citadel, it's less than level 30. Why? Because the entire purpose of this is that you can pick whichever timeline you want to go through. Pick a timeline. Do you want to go through the original Cataclysm experience? Then your level 1 to 30 will be through those zones. Portal to Outland, that will be going through the Burning Crusade storyline, and that will take you up to level 30. Fall of the Lich King will take you up to level 30, going through the Wrath of the Lich King expansion. Mists of Pandaria is the Wilds of Pandaria. The Iron Horde is the Warlords of Draenor expansion. Legion Invasion is the Legion expansion, and Realms of Death is Shadowlands. You can pretty much pick any expansion and just jump into it. And there is a quest taken from next to the board in whichever city you start in that takes you through to the Battle for Azeroth expansion as well, and you can choose whichever way you want to go, rather than having to go Classic, Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, Pandaria, Draenor, and work your way up area by area. Now you can just kind of go, well, I want to create this new character, and I think this will be really cool to go through Northrend for the Wrath of the Lich King stuff. I want to create a character that's altered, very themed around the Arthas thing. That's brilliant. You pick and choose what you want. There has been no better time, in my opinion, than now to jump into World of Warcraft. And yes, it is free to download. You can go from level 1 to 20 completely free. You do not need a subscription. You can get as many characters as you like up to level 20. And that's pretty cool as well, because if we were to go into create new character, you can see all of these down here are the Horde, all of these here are the Alliance races. You can pick any race you like. So you want to be a human, a dwarf, a night elf, a gnome, a Draenei, a worgen, or a Pandaren. Or on the Horde side, you can go Orc, you can go Undead, you can go Tauren, you can go Troll, Blood Elf, Goblin, or Pandaren. All of those races are available right from the start for free, and you can see all of the different classes along the bottom here. Warriors, which are get up in your face, wear plate armor and hit you with axes, swords and maces, might have a shield if they want to be a tank. Hunters, armed with guns, bows or crossbows, and a pet companion. They're ranged, usually, although survival's a little bit different. Mage, does it require any explanation? You can be frost, you can be fire, or you can be arcane mages, which have slightly different playstyles. Rogue is your stabby, get up behind them, lots of combos. You've got assassination styles, you've got subtlety, you've got the outlaw style, which I absolutely love, which is basically just a thug and you beat people with guns and stuff. Then you've got priests. Priests are usually healers, holy or disciplined priests, but there is a shadow priest as well that is all about the damage dealing and tormenting people's minds. Warlocks, again, ranged casters and damage dealers. They summon pets as well, like imps and void walkers and all other kinds of monstrosities. We have paladins. Now I'm going to need to change class to showcase paladin, aren't I? Paladin are holy warriors of the light, shields, maces, swords, or big two-handers, depending whether you want to go tank, DPS, or heal, which they can do all three. We have druids, and we've got to love druids. Druids are just awesome. They can shapeshift. They are defenders of the wild. They can be the cat form that you see on here to go kind of like a rogue playstyle. Bear if they want to tank. Moonkin if they want to go big on DPS and spells. And they've got a healing stat as well. Shamans, again, all about the power of nature. You can pick these guys and use totems to heal or deal damage to your opponents with lightning and fire and earth. Monks are, well, these are, strangely enough, tanks, healers, and DPS, and they're all about punching things in the face really hard and really fast, and doing all kinds of combos on top of that. There are the new demon, well, I say new to me, demon hunters, trained by Elladan Stormrage. Those are either going to be Night Elf or Blood Elf. They're all about these cool warglaives. They get a lot of really interesting abilities. Death Knights, the guys who Arthas killed and raised, who have then broken free and got their own free will. A lot of fun if you like two-handers and raising the dead. And if you did want to pander up for the expansion, of course, you can go for Evoker. Now, Evoker is exclusive to the Dragon class here, the Fear. Evoker is either a ranged caster or a healer. Lots of different versatility there to go through. So your level 1 to 20 experience, you can be trying out all these different races, all these different classes. You can be going through Exile's Reach and seeing the storyline of that area and understanding the game. It's a brilliant way for first timers. But then if you decide afterwards you want to create a Blood Elf, you can go through Eversong Woods and learn more about the Blood Elves and their history. If you want to go for a Tauren, you can start in Mulgore and learn about their history. If you want to, no, not the, if you want to go for an Undead, for the Forsaken, you can start in the Tirisfal Glades and learn about why there are undead in this game, or different priests, different, like, you know, the dwarves, the trolls. Oh, I could wax lyrical about this all day, but the simple point is, completely free, level 1 to 20. You can download it, you can try some characters, you can give it a go with different races, different classes, see what you think. Once you hit level 20, yes, your character stops gaining experience. You can still play the game, but you can't go any further. That character will not level up, and therefore will not be able to achieve higher tier content. There are a few other little niggles in there as well, like you can't receive mail, etc., but ultimately, level 1 to 20 completely free. If you enjoy that, it's about 10 to 15 bucks a month for the full access to the game via a subscription. You can also now earn that in-game. Blizzard sells these new items in the shop here called WoW tokens, and I need to see where they are. I think they're under services nowadays. I can't remember where they are. Oh, I don't remember. They're somewhere in here. Game upgrades, special offers, services. No, can't see them. Anyway, you can buy these things on the store, perhaps in the actual website store, called WoW tokens, and those are about £17 to buy. Then you can sell them on the auction house in-game, and players can buy that with real gold, with gold that they've earned in gameplay, and use that to purchase a subscription. So if, this is kind of like EVE Online, if you are good enough to be grinding and getting a load of gold, you can buy your game time using the in-game gold, which I think is incredible, and I just love this kind of stuff when they do that. It means if you are good enough, if you're dedicated enough, you can eventually make the game free to play. Of course, I'm going to recommend at first just kicking back, enjoying the experience, leveling up and having fun, making some new friends, because my goodness, I've been back, what, a month at this point, and I've already joined 3 new guilds on different characters, one of which is a raid guild. I've been running raids, I've been running dungeons, I've been meeting new people, and talking. It's a great way to get out there and meet some new folks and socialize. I will, of course, be opening up new stuff on my Discord as well, so if you're into World of Warcraft, come join the Discord and join in the chat there. I'd love to have you. Is World of Warcraft worth getting into in 2023? Well, yes, it really is, because all of my old characters that were dropped to level 30 because of where they were in the storylines, basically having finished Pandaria, yeah, I've got all of them up to 60, which was basically Celes, Mahiahe, Tohokan, and a couple of others like Penrin. Then I've just gone and created a whole ton of new characters, and I've even deleted some of them because I was like, okay, this is cool, but wouldn't it be more fun if? Like, I had a Blood Elf Mage, but I thought, nah, you know what, I'm enjoying this one more, let's delete that, and so on. Oh my goodness. Even to the point that because of how that scaling works, look, because you can hit level 60 and of course all the Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Pandaria, that kind of stuff scales to level 30, it means all those raids scale to level 30, so you can just run through old dungeons, kill everything in one hit, find a load of really cool old gear, really cool old mounts, transmog your gear. Like here, I've just been running through Sunwell repeatedly on all of my hunters to get this outfit here, including the cool looking bow there on the sides. I've just been, it's been crazy. It's been crazy, and I'm having so much fun with this. I would love to stream this. I need to figure out how to get a second monitor for my laptop so I can do so and maybe have a camera and talk to you guys properly. So if anyone's into that kind of stuff and fancies hitting me up and telling me how you do that, please do let me know. It'd be a lot of fun to quest with some of you guys. I am on European realms, which I know is going to be a problem for some of you Americans. I'm also on Argent Dawn, which is one of the older servers, and I think it does still show as full, but you can still create new characters on it just fine. Come join me. Come join me, please. I would love to be questing with some of you guys. Add me on Battle.net. I'll put the link in the description down below. You can join me on Hearthstone, join me on World of Warcraft, and we'll have a whale of a time together. Let me know what kind of content you would like to see. First things coming, I reckon we're going to be having a look at talking about how to unlock the different allied races, like the Volpera, the Zandalari, the Mag'har, the High Mountain, and I do know how to get the Nightborn, I just haven't finished it yet. Same with the Void Elves, the Lightforged Draenei, Dark Iron Dwarves, Kultirans, and Mechanomes. Again, I do have most of these. These ones are nearly done as well. It's just finishing off those last few quests to get them out of the door, so to speak. Maybe some guides on getting started with the individual classes. As you can see, I have every single class except for Monk, most of which are at high to max level. I know most of the classes pretty much inside out, not, you know, to proper end game stuff, but enough to get you started, give you an idea of what to expect and how to get going with it. So if this is your kind of interest, hit up that subscribe button, hit like on this video, and thank you for watching, folks. Happy sailing, and I'll see you all in Azeroth.